The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. Today, we retake our homeworld. And with it, our legacy.
Backfire has recruited a new member to its already large Zealot family. It is called the Zealot X. Let's start with the elephant in the room. The Zealot X has got a brand new deck, and it's got lights all over it.
Lightsaber!
It looks very cool during the night, but during daylight you can still see a ring of blue around the deck. And you don't need to worry about breaking the lights because it's embedded into the deck. It's protected by a layer of translucent material, and I'm assuming it's resin. It even has a power on sequence, which I think is really cool. The emblem on the deck also lights up, so in a way, it's a very useful power indicator, so you can see if the board is on with just a glance. The lights are a fantastic safety feature during the night, because it alerts other vehicles on the road that there's a skateboard here, and there's somebody here, you probably don't want to go hit them. This is a very useful feature, and I'm happy that Backfire has included it on the Zealot X. If you already have a Zealot and you get the Zealot X, you'll notice that the deck is much harder. The Backfire Zealot X uses a stiff deck, but it's still made out of fiberglass, maple, and ABS sidewalls. And on the deck there's a logo cutout, and you can see like little carbon fiber. It's in red and like black carbon fiber. It looks very nice. Because the Zealot X is designed for high-speed cruising, so the deck is a little bit stiffer to improve the high-speed stability. While a lot of brands out there are trying to copy the boosted style of the deck, Backfire has gone their own way, and they have been making their own style of deck for a while. With the ABS sidewalls all around the deck, you don't need to worry about the board hitting a curb and damaging it. I've seen one too many split wooden decks because they hit a wall. But with the ABS sidewalls, it protects the deck, so it definitely helps improving the board's longevity. The deck has got comfortable concave, feels very comfortable, and especially on long rides because it's relatively flat in the center, it makes longer rides quite comfortable, and it doesn't hurt your feet. The Backfire Zealot X uses Backfire's 8-inch RKP trucks. It is 50 degrees front and back, and it's got a pair of barrel bushings. These trucks has got a very nice design, it looks very clean. The pair of barrel bushings help the high-speed stability of the board once again. But if you like a more nimble ride, you can switch out the bushings to whatever you like. The Backfire Zealot X uses 96mm polyurethane wheels, and the design just screams Backfire because it doesn't look like any other wheel designs. So if you want a board that has a wheel that's different from the crowd, Backfire Zealot X, go for it. These wheels, they are on the harder side, so if you would like to swap them out for some other wheels, you're completely fine to do so because it is a belt drive. Backfire has included the ABEC pulley and also the Kegel pulley, so you can use pretty much every single wheel that's on the market right now. Backfire Zealot X also has another wheel option for you, which is their 120mm polyurethane wheels. These wheels do resemble the boosted 105s, but they're at a bigger diameter, and it also has rain grooves. It has a chrome core in the center, and in general the design is more rounded and looks really good. It fits the board very well, and it also has those little holes on the back. It reduces vibrations a lot better. So if you live somewhere with crappy roads, you might want to pick up the 120mm wheel version because it will definitely improve the ride quality for you and in general a better service to your foot. And some of you will say, Alex, those wheels look like the Cloud wheels. Will it have a small contact patch and make me slip on the wet? No, it wouldn't. You want to know why? Because while the wheel does look rounded, it actually has a flat contact patch, so compared to the Cloud wheel, it actually has more grip on the ground. Backfire has upgraded a lot of parts, and the most important one and the most exciting one, it is going to be the 14S battery system. With the 14S battery system, it requires less current to get the same amount of power compared to a 12S system, so it produces less heat and it's more efficient. The Backfire Zealot X uses a 14S 2P Samsung 50S pack. The whole pack is capable of 40 amps of continuous discharge or 70 amps of burst discharge. Backfire has traded discharge current for a higher capacity. Because it is using a 14S system, it doesn't need to have a bigger current to get the same amount of power. With the included 3.5 amp charger, it is going to take it about 3 hours to charge the board from flat to full. And when it's charging, the light on the board does light up, so it does give you an indication that the board is charging. There has been some times where I plug the board in, but I forget to plug in the other end, and I assume that it's charging when it's actually not. So with the Backfire Zealot X, you can make sure that your board is charging. The Backfire Zealot X uses a pair of 6358 motors. They're capable of 1500 watts each for a total of 3000 watts. It feels very torquey off the line and acceleration is smooth. We got a top speed of 50 kilometers an hour on this board. Because of the stiff deck, it does feel stable at high speeds. And we got a range of 35 kilometers on this board. Keep in mind, a lot of things affect range, and it has been quite cold here in Hangzhou for the past while, so the range we get here might not be the range you get. The remote for the Zealot X is their Halo remote. It has an LED screen to show the speed, odometer, battery levels, and if you dive into the menu, you can change acceleration and braking to suit your needs. The button layout on the remote from left to right is Eco, Sport, Turbo in the center, and the power on off on the right. If you press the power button twice, it toggles the light modes from always on, breathing, and flashing. It also features a fingerprint sensor. You can load up to 5 fingerprints onto it, so you can have your wife, your daughter, your son, and your dog having access to the same board, so that's a very cool feature. This board is for people that want a very cool looking board that has a lot of power and also very stable, that has great customer support and repair centers all over the world. Backfire as a brand is very responsible to their customers, so when you get this board, you'll know that you're getting a quality board. So from the looks, the Backfire Zealot X looks like none other. It has an LED strip all around the side, looks very nice, and the emblem looks extremely cool. Unlike other boards where the bottom side is just plain black or in carbon fiber, it doesn't look that great. The Backfire Zealot X has got a white bottom, and it has some sci-fi look that I'm really digging. While the bottom side is quite susceptible to getting dirty, but if you just wipe it down once in a while, that shouldn't be an issue. As for performance, as I mentioned previously in the video, because it has a stiff deck and bushings are on the harder side, it is very stable to just send it from a stop, and it gets to cruising speed very fast. If you want a board that you can cruise around looking so cool, bro, this is great, alright? The build quality of this board is supreme. Everything feels snug and cleanly done. It is a very professionally made board that I would recommend. Backfire also has a 180-day warranty on the board, so you can buy this board worry-free. And it has a dedicated customer support team in US, Australia, Canada, and also China. So from now on these videos, we're gonna do a rating system. So for the looks, we're gonna give it 4.5 stars because it is one of the coolest boards that we have seen. And as for power, we're gonna give it 3.5. So it is powerful for daily commutes and all that. And as for portability, we're gonna give it a 4. Because compared to some behemoths that we have here, it is still quite portable. So that's very nice, very cool. Woo! So if you want to get a Backfire Zealot X and help the channel a little bit, I'll leave the discount code and also the link in the description. So if you like a review of this awesome board, subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Thank you very much. And have a wonderful day and go out and ride.